Thank you for joining me for this presentation. Many people have asked the question, who is God? But not many have received an accurate, satisfying understanding of who God is. So today I'll be discussing this topic based on who is the true God of the Bible, with hope that at the end that you will arrive at a satisfying and accurate understanding of who God is. Who is God? All people call on God, but not all people have the true knowledge of God or really understand God and His activities. Although there are so many things called God, but to us there is only one proven living God. At 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 6, 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 8, it states that there is actually to us, the Israelites, one God, the Father from whom all things are, and we from Him. And there is one Lord, Yahushua, through whom all things are, and we through Him. At the book of Psalms, chapter 100, verse 3, it's written, "Know that Yahuwah is God. He is the one who made us. We belong to Him. We are His people, the sheep of His pasture." So Yahuwah is God to Israel. But we want to know, how do we get to know Yahuwah? How do we get to know the living God of Israel? Well, there are things we need to know. First, He is the creator of the heavens and the earth and everything in it. He is the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. He is known as the God of the 12 tribes of Israel. The true God first revealed Himself to Abraham, and He asked Abraham to listen and obey Him, and then Abraham will obtain a blessing for himself and his descendants. Abraham did obey, and he obtained a promise to receive a land territory for his descendants to live in forever. You can find this information I'm bringing out at Genesis chapter 15, verse 13 to verse 21. So the execution of the promises or promise made to Abraham and his chosen offspring is part of what the true God is working out to accomplish at the end of His appointed time. To really understand the God of Israel, there are things that you should know about Him. The first thing is this, that the true God is the one enforcing or doing all things, whether they are good or whether they are bad things He foretold. At Isaiah chapter 45, verse 6 and 7, it is written that the true God is doing all these things in order that people may know from the rising of the sun to its setting that there is none beside Him. He said, "I am Yahuwah and there is no one else. I form light and I created darkness. I make peace and I create calamity." He said, "I, Yahuwah, am the one doing all these things." At Psalms chapter 33, verse 11, it is written, he said, "But the decisions of Yahuwah will stand forever. The thoughts of His heart are from generation to generation. Well, the next thing we need to know about the true God is this: the decisions and the counsels and the promises of the true God cannot be changed, but it will be carried out at an exact appointed time without delay. In the book of Isaiah chapter 46 verse 8 to 10, it is written, "Remember this and take courage. Take it to heart, you transgressors of Israel. Remember the former things of long ago, that I am God and there is no other. I am God and there is no one like me." So from beginning, I foretell the outcome of these events, and from long ago the things that have not yet been done. He said, "I say that my decisions will stand and I will do whatever I please." Verse 11 said, "I am calling a bird of prey from the sunrise, and from a distant land the man to carry out my decision. I have spoken it, and I will bring it about. I have proposed it, and I will carry it out." He said, "Listen to me, you who are stubborn of heart, you who are far away from righteousness." He said, "I have brought my righteousness near. It is not far away, and my salvation will not delay. I will grant salvation in Zion, and my splendor to Israel." At Psalms chapter 135, verse 6, it is written, "Yahuwah does everything he pleases. He pleases to do in heaven and on earth, in the sea and in the depth." So, whatever decision, whatever promise, whatever counsel our God has given or he has foretold, you can be sure that it will be carried out, but at their appointed time. The next thing that you need to know about the living God is that the true God left his chosen people and his chosen race and went back to heaven until they bear punishment for their sins before he will return to save them. At Hosea chapter 5 verse 15, it is written, "I will go away and return to my place until they bear consequences for their guilt, and then they will seek my favor. When they are in distress, they will seek me." So when did the Most High, the living God, left Israel alone? At Matthew chapter 23, verse 37 to 39, the Messiah declared this judgment, and this are the fulfillment of this prophecy, when he declared, "Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the killer of prophets and stoners of those sent to her." He said, "How often I wanted to gather your children together, the way a hen gathers her chicks under her wing, but you did not want it." He said, "Look, your house is abandoned to you. For I said to you, you will by no means see me from now until you say, Blessed is the one who comes in Yahuwah's name." So the true God left his people, abandoned his people, so that they can be a punishment for their sins until the appointed time ends, before he will return. The next thing you need to know about the true and the living God is that the true God will make his name known to his chosen people who will search for him and call on him for their salvation. At the book of Ezekiel chapter 39 verse 7, it is written, I will make my holy name known among my people Israel, and I will not allow my holy name to be profaned any longer. And the nations will have to know that I am Yahuwah, the Holy One of Israel. So God's name has been profaned because God left his people alone, abandoned his people to bear punishment among the nations. And God's name is therefore profaned because of that. But God promised that he is going to make his name known among his people so that they can call upon him for their salvation. At Acts chapter 2 verse 21 it is written, and everyone who calls on the name of Yahuwah will be saved in the final part of the days. Yes, the chosen ones of Israel will know the name of their God, and they will call upon him for their salvation at the appointed time to save them. The next thing that you need to know about the true and the living God is that the knowledge of the true God and his activities of long ago is only given and revealed to his chosen ones of chosen race, of the chosen descendants of Abraham. It's not revealed to any other race or any other people. It's only revealed through this chosen race. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 23. God is telling his people, calling on his people, his chosen ones. He said, respond to my reproof, then I will pour out my spirit for you. I will make my words known to you. God reveals his word only through the chosen ones of Israel, not through everybody. At the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19 and 20, it is written, he declares his word to Jacob, his regulations and judgments to Israel. He has not done so with any other nation. Said they know nothing about his judgment. Praise Yah. So finally, another thing you need to know about the true God and the living God is that those of other nations who recognizes the chosen ones and join them in seeking and calling on his name, they will also obtain salvation in the final part of the days. The book of Zechariah chapter 8 verse 20 to 23, it is written, this is what Yahuwah of our armies says, it will yet come to pass that people and the inhabitants of many cities will come, and the inhabitants of one city will go to those of another city and say, let us earnestly go to beg for the favor of Yahuwah and to seek Yahuwah of armies. I am also going. And many people and mighty nations will come to seek Yahuwah of armies in Jerusalem. And they will beg for the favor of Yahuwah. This is what Yahuwah of armies says, In those days, 10 men out of all the languages of the nations will take hold, yes, they will take hold, firm hold of the robe of a Jew, saying, "We want to go to you, for we have heard that God is with you people." So, yes, other nations, if they want to know about the true God, how we have to recognize the chosen ones of Israel that God is using to make his word known, the ones that he promised to pour his spirit upon. So in conclusion, we have seen that the living God, the true God in all the heavens and the earth, is Yahuwah, the God of Israel. He left Israel and went back to heaven to dwell his dwelling place with a promise to return at a scheduled time. Israel, his chosen people, will bear punishment for all their errors until the appointed time end. But the next question you may be asking is, who then is the true people of Israel serving the will or the punishment of their God? Who are the true people of Israel serving the punishment of their God? Well, join me next time in these video presentations to find out who are the true chosen people of Israel serving the punishment of their God. Thank you for watching. You can help promote this channel by telling a friend. Help us wake God's chosen people up. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Click to subscribe and we will notify you when we upload our next video. Thank you.